on.
She's 35 years old, ranked 33 currently in the world, just behind Elisabetta Samara. Left-handed style, should be a very interesting match. Both players choosing to step off the table a little bit. Should be a lot of open rallies, forehand to forehand topspins. Should be an interesting match. Both of these players have played before. Two of the highest European players we have in the tournament on the women's side.
And obviously for Elisabetta Samara here, as we see a lot of experience, definitely a little bit more experience of the two playing at this level. So it'll be interesting here as Matilda Ekholm has the service. Who's going to get off to the better start? Nice little receive of serve from the Romanian there, first point.
Let's stop.
Just a few technical difficulties here. It's always difficult in the early stages here in the cavern, just to get things sorted. And the clock has stopped with 20 seconds gone in this 24-minute match. Obviously, give you a few of the little rules that we have here. It's very different to normal table tennis, where each match is going to last 24 minutes. The clock is going to stop after 2 games have been played. There's going to be timeouts and there's going to be kill zones at times as well, and we'll get into the kill zone and describe that as we go along, won't we?
Absolutely, we should see a lot of the kill zones taking place. We saw a lot in round 1.
And it's Matilda Ekholm that's raced into a 3-1 lead in this first set.
Let's 3-1.
See here, Samara known for taking the ball out to the angle.
And look at that there. Matilda, really strong. Swede just loves to open up with that backhand wing. Always likes to drop that left foot in to play.
See Matilda Ekholm just stepping into the forehand side of the table, choosing to play a backhand flick. We see that a lot in the game currently.
7-2.
And this is a little bit of a slow start here from the 2015 European champion, Elisabetta Samara.
Definitely more comfortable in the opening rallies. Matilda Ekholm, the Romanian, just getting off to a hesitant start. We saw this in round 1.
But that's better there, isn't it? But both of these women are comfortable away from the table, but I think in table tennis it is important sometimes to stay close.
Absolutely, a lot of the Asian players nowadays choosing to play a lot of over rallies, which does hamper the European game a little bit. These two players especially love to play longer rallies away from the table. But as we get up into the higher levels, it is a lot more difficult.
8-4.
And it's Ekholm that opens up a 5-point lead. And in this system of play, as we're down to just 20 minutes remaining. A lot of the times you'll find that we can get in 3, 4 or even 5 games within the 24 minutes. This rapid system here, where you see only 15 seconds between points. A lot of the time the referees here will rush the players back to the table.
See there, a lovely little backhand pickup. Look at the spin she gets to create. Matilda suffering there a little bit as it drifted into the middle of the table. Didn't move as well there.
Big service sequence now for the Swede. And there we go, a little bit of momentum. That really good reverse serve. Always important when you're serving to try and win 60 to 65% on your serves. That puts a lot of pressure then on your opponent. So 3 game points.
See, the Swede is comfortable here. She's great away from the table. We see this again and again. She gets into lobbing rallies, but not favouring this time. Romania plays slow and into the right position, not overhitting as a lot of the players do.
And there it is. It's the first game for Matilda Ekholm of Team JJ. And there she goes, rushing straight back. Look at that. A little fist of appreciation. And that's a solid start for her team. And already, Team JJ on the scoreboard with 1 point.
There we have confirmation of the first set. Now we'll see what kind of tactics Team Rossi has for Samara. Of course, they're on the same side of the table. We only change after 2 games.
That ball just dribbling over the net there. Little apology though, and that's good to see at this level. Sportsmanship very, very high.
See the aggression in Samara, fist pumping when she won that point.
And obviously later on this evening we'll have the other 2 teams playing. Obviously this is Team Rossi and Team JJ, but tonight we'll see Team Mays and Team Person come out as well for their first rounds in the T2 cavern. So great to have these matches so well designed.
Matilda Ekholm looking a little bit despondent there, annoyed with herself, felt like that point was hers. She was in attacking position, just drifting slightly.
Let's 3-2.
Another let serve. We're down to 16 minutes, 20 seconds to go. It's amazing how quickly the time races.
Georg Rothkopf on his feet for his player.
Long ball, don't control too much.
2-4. 3-4.
See, Matilda dealt really well there with the heavy spin from Samara. Not so easy.
It's wonderful. Camera angles there. We can see that ball deviating through the air. We have many cameras on show this week. How difficult is it sometimes for right-handers to play against left-handers? Or is it not so difficult these days?
It's still pretty difficult. We don't see that many left-handers on the tour. But at this level, of course, you need to play against every style. And of course, they'll bring practice partners in. Left-handed practice partners with pimples, just to have the variation in their game.
4-7.
Samara looking like she's pumped up, ready to take this set, get a point on the board.
And yes, opening up a solid 3-point lead.
7-5.
Noticing both of the women here as they go off to their towels. That both of them quite strong in opening up with the backhand. As we can see there, the first 3 strokes percentage,
7-5.
Matilda Ekholm just gaining the advantage at the moment, 60-40.
See Samara here, choosing to stay closer to the table. A lot more effective against Matilda, who also plays a similar game to her.
Let's 8-5.
Let's serve. Referee, so sharp. Much better from the Romanian. A good start in this set, and she's just managed to pull off to a nice 4-point lead. Look how low they stay for serving.
Matilda Ekholm being a little bit hesitant now. Role reversal here in the second game.
I suppose it's important, even when you're a few points down, to try and get another 1 or 2 points. Even if you know you're going to drop the set, that gives you a little bit of momentum moving into the next set.
Also pretty important in the T2 system, Gavin. If players are seen to let a set go, they can be yellow carded.
Oh, we hope here that there's going to be numerous yellow cards branded throughout this T2 league.
Gotta love a bit of drama.
8-10.
A little bit of drama unfolding here as Samara goes to a towel. It's now down to 2 points. Still with 2 game points though, Samara. We're really keen to win 1 against the serve here. There must be a timeout here, and there it is. Look at that. Germany's Jörg Roskopf, former world #1. Wily old fox, as we would say, straight away up with a timeout.
Yeah, just stepping away from the table again, Gavin. You know, giving Matilda that little bit of extra time to play more forehands, generating more spin on the ball. Just getting caught out a little. Samara chooses to refresh her mind for this point. Very important.
And obviously we know here, if it was to reach 10-all, it's only 1 point in this game.
10-all.
And here we are. It's sudden death. Absolutely no juice. Clarity there from the referee.
It's definitely a good miss, so she chose to attack.
And there it is. It's Matilda Ekholm that comes racing back to win that set.
1 minute.
JJ straight with a fist pump in the air, knows how important that point for him is in the standings of the whole tournament.
It's great to see as well, that team spirit. Don't ever give up. You can be 10-4, 10-5 down. Confirmation there of Matilda Ekholm winning that set by a single point. Super. And we can see there JJ on screen, wonderful lad, out a couple of days ago playing a little bit of golf with him. not a bad golfer at the 13 handicap.
Oh, JJ's got so much talent, serenading the whole T2 family a couple of days ago. Not a bad voice at all.
Third game.
Oh, he was out, wasn't he? He was outside singing a few songs. A little bit better than karaoke as well, I would say.
Love all.
But here we go. Matilda Ekholm, the Swede. You notice now we've switched round after the second game.
One love.
Samara just a little bit unsure there.
And hopefully that's going to be a tactic we see a little bit more of. Samara staying a little bit closer to the table. Look at the way there, she was able to just penetrate through the ball.
One, two.
For those of you at home who are just tuning in for your first sample of T2,
One.
it's really important to realise that this is the first match of 6. Every match is going to be 24 minutes, unless we enter the kill zone. The kill zone, you can enter that between the 22nd and 24th minute, and with that we play another short set, just up to 5 points. At 4 all, it's 1 deciding point. It gets really interesting here in the T2 cavern.
1-5.
See Matilda running away with his third set. But of course Team Rossi has used their timeout already.
1-5.
Bouncing the ball on the table. Time to think about where to serve.
2-5.
Lovely little change of spin there in the service. Changing the location as well.
6-2.
Ekholm being a lot more proactive than she was in the first round.
Not to be fooled the second time, choosing to opt for the forehand flick.
6-3.
So you can see there though, table tennis, when you're a little bit predictable, this is what can happen.
Ball was definitely on the racket for Samara.
4-6.
Same situation again, the ball just landing too much on the racket. Samara being able to deal with it really well.
5-6.
You can see so far the unforced error count is mounting though for the Romanian. 17 errors.
Although a lot of those errors,
7-5.
pretty much they're good misses. She's choosing to attack all the time, just clipping the top of the net. I'd much rather see that than unforced errors completely.
Always a challenge for our statisticians out there.
8-5.
That'll be down as another unforced error, but she's choosing to be the aggressor of the two.
5-9.
And look at the power that Ekholm was able to generate on that ball. And with 7 minutes and 40 left, we could enter the kill zone.
6-9.
Interesting here though, both players staying closer to the table than I would have thought, but they both play quite similar. They both love to be away from the table. Maybe this is a tactic.
That's better from Elizabeth Samara, getting in a little bit earlier close to the table. And as we've seen in the last set, amazing how many times you can come back. So as we near the end of this third set, Matilda Ekholm going off to the towel. Remember, we're only really allowed 15 seconds between points.
8, 10.
Really important here. Keep the speed of play up. Players will be warned.
Just clipping the net for Samara there. Acknowledgement to Matilda. Very sportsmanlike here. All the top players do respect each other.
And there it is again. It's Matilda Ekholm that gets right out there. A little backhand receive to get 3 sets to love up. This is not what we expected, was it?
I expected it to be a lot closer. Both have a similar style. Matilda just having that little bit more power to generate through the ball. Really troubling Samara here. But as we know, it's not over yet. Getting a point on board is crucial for Samara.
As we can see there, 3 tight sets, 11-8, 11-10 and 11-9. It's amazing though. That's 3 points on the board for Team JJ so far. Let's see though if the Romanian can bounce back in game 4. What an unbelievable rally there. That's the best rally we've seen in round 2 so far. Look how far away from the table both players are.
But the style the Swede has, starting off with a chop block early on. Team Rossi, Jorg on his feet, really wanting this point for his team. Again, another good miss from Matilda. Played short to the backhand, opened up the whole table on the other side.
Working a little bit more with the service there, Samara, I feel. Has to feel a little bit more comfortable with this start. Only 3 minutes and 37 on the clock.
If Samara runs away with this, we may see a kill zone in the first game.
What do you think of the kill zone? Is this another good area of change in the game?
It's absolutely brilliant. It does really stand out for the players. They're given a little bit extra time in the kill zone. No clock. Really proving that not on paper, if you're the top player, you can be the underdog and come through. It's only 5 points.
Exactly, even us sitting in the commentary box would fancy our chances against anyone first to 5.
See the aggression up in Matilda. She's got 3 points on the board, but she wants that 4th.
She's a fiery lass, but that's what you want to see here in the cavern.
Lovely forehand counter from Samara. Again, Matilda playing just into the wrong angle. Samara was ready and waiting. Look at that.
Hooking that ball well out wide. Amazing the angles that these players can find.
There we go again. Same tactic. Matilda just needs to play off that wing. It's too easy for Samara. Look, she's waiting, and there we go.
Touch and go now, ladies and gents. if we're going to reach this kill zone.
Matilda just stepping too far away from the table. Of course, tactically, she will not want to enter a kill zone. It's another chance for Samara to pick up an extra point if she gets this set.
And this is how important it is for all the players here. Stick in there. It's amazing you can steal a game, then you win a quick kill zone. How the game can change.
You would like to think 7-point cushion for Samara that she'll nick this game, enter the kill zone.
Nine, 3.
Matilda and Samara using their 15-second tile break.
And it's game point now. 7 game points for Samara.
4-10.
But that's a nice little flick out from Ekholm. And we only have 20 seconds left. The buzzer will go off as we enter with 0 seconds to go.
11.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Would you believe it? We're straight into the kill zone. No, there's no knives here in the kill zone, but what we can guarantee you is some awesome table tennis.
Confirmation of the last game, 11-4 from Samara. Now if she gets the kill zone, she only loses 3-2.
Team JJ.
How quick it can change in the T2 cavern.
Yes.
And it's a kill zone. Sulen, the referee here, just telling us, yes, we're entering the kill zone.
5 points.
Matilda back here, near our commentary position, and walking back up to the table.
Samara straight out of the blocks, being aggressive. She knows how important this kill zone game is.
Team Rossi were struggling in week 1. Important here that they don't fall further behind.
Rossi on his feet, he likes what he's seeing.
It's good when both player and coach reciprocate together. Great to see. Now yellow cards can be issued here, and when you bounce a racket off the floor you would expect the referee to give out a yellow card. Now, not good to see really.
Swede just becoming a little bit fiery. No warnings given as of yet though.
So here it is. 4-love.
1-4.
It's 1 point back for the Swede. She's going to have to win another 4 though. That's really, really tough in the kill zone. There it is. And Elisabetta Samara comes back strongly from 3-0 down to bring it back to only lose 3-2. Look at that. Smiling back to her camp. Jorg Roskopf was really, really positive at keeping her in the game there.
Really, really good to see there. Just a bit hesitant in the starting off, maybe a little bit nervous. First match of round 2. We've all been there, even you guys at home.
But that was an awesome first match for us to see there. Interesting with the stats there on service at how dominant Elisabetta Samara was there with 58% on her service ones there.
Really interesting to see there. Matilda Ekholm winning 1 point on her serve directly, while Samara doesn't win any. Really interesting to see all these fantastic stats for you guys at home.
We'll see some wonderful highlights here. And these beautiful camera angles that we have for you all.
Players opening up forehand to forehand, choosing to step away from the table. Really interesting to see, especially in the women's game.
Look at the way the ball deviates in the air. It's really important. But what was great there was that Samara did come back, but it's still a 3-2 set win for Matilda Ekholm.
All right, folks, let's check out with the winner of this first showdown. Matilda, actually, the first three games you did very well. You scored 3 points for the team in the opening match. Usually it was not easy, and congratulations first of all. Secondly, in the second part, you were a little bit your energy was a little bit down. Tell us about what was going on, and what do you make of this whole showdown?
Yeah, I feel I didn't take advantage of the fact that I played really well the first sets, and she didn't play so good, so I should have just kept going, but yeah, she started playing better, so what can I say? It was okay match.
Till next time. Congratulations anyway on your first victory here, actually in today's fixture with 3 points earned already under your belt. Congratulations. All right, stick around. When we take a short break, after the break, we'll be back with game 2. All right, game 2 is about to start. Point to us first. Your chance this time.
Black, please. Black.
Black. All right. Sorry. JJ, your choice.
开心啊，又抽到第2回的这个中国红。
没错，幸运好像就在你这边哈。Your choice now.
Samsonov.
Samsonov for the men's actually start of this fixture. Your answer?
Then I will take his opponent, Dmitry Ovtcharov, number 4 in the world.
Indeed, indeed. Another world-class showdown between Samsonov and Dimitrov. Okay, bring them on. Thank you.
You know how.
Players, please practice.
So we're back here for the second match. What a wonderful first women's match that was, with Matilda Ekholm of Team JJ picking up 3 points, but Samara of Team Rossi racing back to win the last 2 sets. All important already, you think?
Absolutely crucial. Keeping Team Rossi in the play. We know they've been suffering in round 1, finishing 4th in the standings. Not a good start.
What a wonderful camera angle we see there of some of the VIPs and dignitaries there in the comfy seats in the back of the shot.
2 big guys playing here.
So here we have Vladimir Samsonov, 41 years old, winner now of 27 World Tour titles. Incredibly won the Australian Platinum Pro Tour last week. And look, he's in great shape and flowing well.
Dmitry Ovtcharov, his opponent here, recently has won the China Open, where he famously came back from 10-6 down in the 7th set against his own teammate, Timo Boll. Really will be a fantastic match here. Look at the power going through his legs as he warms up. Really is a fantastic physical specimen here we have.
It's amazing when earlier we were lucky enough to go through those famous doors there, as you see, and go through to the practice hall to see these guys play. It really is exciting, and it's going to be Samsonov here that starts us off in game 1. That trademark flowing pendulum serve that we've seen for so many years.
Ovtcharov coming out of the blocks though, being aggressive on attacking.
And Dmitry here will be keen to try and get the first set, bring Team Rossi back into things.
It'll be tough for him though. His opponent is a world beater, as we know.
You would think power-wise that Ovtcharov is definitely a little bit stronger than Samsonov, but Samsonov obviously has many facets to his game as well.
Absolutely. We can see he deals with the power really well. His level of spin, giving him a chance to stay in the rally. Ovtcharov switching it up there, playing to one angle really powerfully and then switching straight away out wide.
And in the first week of matches, many of the players were saying that they were a lot more stressed than normal, especially Timo Boll of Germany. So it's interesting here how these guys handle it. You would expect Samsonov to be as relaxed as he normally is.
See all different angles for you guys at home. Camera's really working well here to show you every angle of the service. We see here, tall boys running in like we see in tennis.
6-all.
It was interesting as well that the last time that these two top players met, it was the 2016 Olympics in Rio,
7-6.
and it was Samsonov that came out as the winner. Incredible that, wasn't it?
Ovtcharov a little bit disappointed there. He won a bronze medal in 2012, just shy of bronze in 2016. But of course it's a class act, and Samsonov taking the win.
And Samsonov there did lose out in the 3rd, 4th playoff to Jun Mizutani, but at 40 years old, competing at that level in an Olympics. Purely awesome.
Tight opening set here, as expected. Ovtcharov just reassuring himself to go forward in the backhand, give himself a little bit of a chance of more power.
And that's better from Dmitry Ovtcharov, just getting a little bit lower into the legs to make sure that that ball was just going over the net and no more.
Lovely little spin up down the line from Samsonov. Really making use of the whole table here, trying to keep Ovtcharov guessing. Samsonov looking a little bit annoyed there. Knew he was going for the right shot, trying to mix up the forehand flick in all directions.
Both players making use of the towel. It is warm here in the cavern.
Look at the aggression on Ovtcharov's face there.
So here we are, tied at 9-all. The business end of the set.
Samsonov just cushioning around the side of the ball there, trying to deal with the level of spin Ovtcharov was creating.
Remember here, it's sudden death if we do go to 10-10. Another hugely important point here.
Samsonov knows how important that point is. Just showing a little bit of a annoyance there in the face when he missed.
There's a little bit of an open table, but it's never that easy when you're trying to caress back some really tough spins. So here we go, sudden death.
Let 10
Umpire just straight on the net service.
And there it is, it's a massive fist pump there. Samsonov doesn't usually show so much emotion, but he knows how important that first set was.
First set is always crucial, even here in the T2 system. Trying to create as many points as possible on the board. Look at the power into the legs. Samsonov, when he knew he won that point, really important for Team JJ.
And there it is, winning that first set by a solitary point. JJ delighted with that as he turns away back to his seat.
A lot of respect between player and coach here, especially in the experienced Samsonov. Look, in the corner we see Georgina Pota and Cheng warming up for the next match.
It's wonderful, we have so many areas here in the T2 cavern. As we look here from our wonderful commentary position, there's a little area over to the right of us, the T2 juniors section.
For youth development, trying to extend the youth into the system. Of course, we have some youth here in Harimoto, only 14 years old.
And I suppose table tennis is not just about these wonderful players that we see here, it's about developing players for the future, 20, 30 years ahead. Who can come through and be the next world beaters?
Ovtcharov out of the blocks here, 2-all, but being the more aggressive player.
And here he goes into this trademark low stance for the backhand serve.
Just mentioning serve there, Gavin. We know how important it is for Ovtcharov to serve well. Again in round one, he got called for fault serving.
Yes, Dmitry was called a couple of times because when he threw the ball up, his hand dipped lower than the table. So it's really important there, as we see on shot, that you keep the palm nice and open and you don't dip the hand lower than the table.
a huge rally there. Ovtcharov in with the power. Samsonov taking a little bit of time off the table, dealing with it well, but it was Ovtcharov who won the point.
How close that was, though, to hitting the edge of the table.
That's 4-3.
Even on that point, Ovtcharov looking to get in.
So Samsonov continuing here where he left off in the sunny Gold Coast in Australia.
Roskopf at the side, cheering on his player, knows it's important not to let Samsonov run away.
That'll go down as an unforced error. It's very unusual that the backhand side of Samsonov fails, but it did on this occasion. So with 14 minutes to go, we're only a set and a half in.
Samsonov choosing here to let Ovtcharov keep getting in, trying to use his power.
And obviously here we see a couple of the heavyweights in the game. We have so many more good players to come though. Of Team Rossi, we have Chen Yiching, we've got Georgina Pota, and we've got Paul Drinkhall, and we have Wang Chu Kin to come in, the new Chinese player. Interesting.
Timeout called. Ovtcharov calling it there. Knows he's a little bit in trouble. Really crucially gets this set.
This is important for you. Yeah. You can wait.
This is where it's really important for both team captains. Look at this.
To his forehand.
Jiang Jilian saying there it's really important to attack with your forehand, Vlad. Keep in there, looking to go for your shots. You don't really want to be sitting back, blocking and reacting at this stage of the game.
Interesting to note there, Ovtcharov called that timeout himself. We know how mentally strong he is, so for him to call it so important. That's massive to win the first point after the timeout. Always looking to gain that momentum, using the timeout really well there. Ovtcharov signaling that he was sorry straight away there. A lot of respect to the 41-year-old.
Down again into the backhand serve. Can spray this anywhere on the table.
Samsonov happy enough with just to play around the net.
Second serve in the sequence. This is really important for Dima. Look how early he was able to just crash that one back. I thought that was a really good receive from Samsonov.
Again, a lot of these players will have set little plays that do a certain service, and 90% of the time know where it's coming from.
Ovtcharov. 9-all.
Business end. Samsonov with his two serves.
9-10.
The Dima famous backhand flick out into the forehand section of the table. Look at it there. Again, luck favouring the brave, of course. Team Rossi on their feet. Paul Drinkhall, Elizabeth Samara.
And to be fair there, I don't think Samsonov did much wrong. He was in first. He was looking to attack to the weaker Ovtcharov forehand. Delight there from Dima Ovtcharov as he takes that second set, 11-9.
We still got plenty of good players to come up from Team JJ. We've got Jeon Ji-hee, Sun Yin-sha, the new Chinese player, Tomokazu Harimoto, and of course Chuang Chi-yuan. A lot of action coming your way.
So fortunate for everyone out there. You're watching all these top players, all top 30, 40, 50 in the world. What a feast we have in store over the next few days. Samsonov, so good as well, isn't he, at not making too many unforced errors in a match.
He's one of the top players that every ball is made sure of. So much style and finesse. So smooth.
And as we near the 10 minutes to go mark, we've only played 2 sets. But we've noticed when Ovtcharov plays that he does have that slower style and he doesn't get through the sets as quick fire as some of the other players. That's interesting, the number one in his team. Tough for him to win 3 or 4 sets like other players that we've seen in the first round.
3-1.
Of course, that's important in this new format. Quick, speedy games. So it's unusual that he is much slower than the rest.
3-2.
Luck continuously favouring Ovtcharov here.
It never looks like Samsonov accelerates through the ball there on that serve, but it's just that wonderful touch he has that he's able to carve the amount of backspin on that serve.
The amount of muscle kicking through his arm there. Lovely angle.
We go into the tomahawk service.
3-4.
Again, a lot of the time, if you use these fancier serves and they come back, it works as a disadvantage. So this is going to be a very spinny serve. If it does come back, it can be quite difficult to deal with.
There we go. Gavin, of course, you're correct. The player producing more spin in the service can be a disadvantage, especially if you're playing another high top player like Samsonov. Samsonov being a little more aggressive. He knows there's only 8 minutes on the clock. Really important for him to get this set and then maybe enter a kill zone.
3-7.
Well, we can all do that.
Scoreboard pressure, of course. He was 7-3 down when that happened.
That's much better from Ovtcharov, who just relaxes into this game. Just thinking a little bit too much sometimes. He's got more power on the ball, and if he goes for his shots, he's going to be really tough to beat.
A lot of mental strength kicking about here. Not many players will be able to reset after just missing a serve.
Remember here that every individual game won is another game for your team, and with 6 players in each team, It's amazing how quickly the points can accumulate for your team.
5-9.
This is where it's interesting. Surprised Roscoff hasn't told Ovtcharov just to speed up a little. Try to get more points on the board. Surprisingly, Samsonov still trying to play into the backhand side of Ovtcharov. Strange tactic as he is really strong on that side. See him again. Same tactic playing into the backhand side. I don't know about you guys at home, but I would switch it up.
Little block down the line and no one home. Oh well, fair enough. So 3 game points here for the Belarusian. And he takes it at the first time. Look at that. That's superb from Vladimir Samsonov. Takes that 3rd set. And he's up 2 sets to 1 now. And a lot for Jorg Roskopf there to speak about to try and get Dmitry back on course.
It's also great to know Roskopf really knows.
Trust yourself, okay?
4th game. Ovtcharov to serve.
So as we move into game 4, Ovtcharov with the serve. And let's see if he can race into an early lead, because it's slipping away already with Samsonov playing so well.
Love all.
Less than 5 minutes on the clock now as well. So can they complete this full game? It's going to be touch and go, I think.
Well, from what we've seen, a game has been longer than 5 minutes each. So unless one of them runs away with the lead.
That's better there from the Ovtcharov. Looking to try and play a little bit wider. Get Samsonov on the move. Because when he's right there at the ball, he's as good as anyone, the Belarusian.
Playing out into the open court, Samsonov. Just a little bit more experience. I'm not playing your backhand anymore, mate.
Well read from Ovtcharov though, keeping the racket nice and high. So many serves to choose from, these top guys. What a wonderful shot there, look at that. The way he zips into that backhand serve. So many deceptive serves.
Little tall boys running in for our top players. No time wasted at all.
Nice little view of the T2 cavern there. 15,000 square feet. Now that's big, isn't it?
3-4.
Less than 3 minutes to go now, and we're still below 5 points for each player.
That'll go down as an unforced error from Dima, but it was just a slight misread of the deceptive Vladimir serve. Look at the focus on the eyes there of Ovtcharov.
Ovtcharov running around there, playing a forehand. Definitely becoming more and more active as the game goes on. Look at this, stepping the whole way around, cushioning the ball back.
But Samsonov that's looking strong with less than 2 minutes to go.
7-4.
Ovtcharov looking a little bit more despondent here. But of course, as we know, oh, Paul Drinkhall is on his feet showing some support for his teammate.
Wonderful change of pace there from Samsonov, wasn't it?
He does that so well here. Definitely the experience kicking in, knowing if he plays too fast, it can go against him.
4-8. Let 4-8.
Another view of some of our VIPs and dignitaries in the background.
5-8.
What you're not seeing there is the cameraman is in the court beside the table. It really is an impressive system we have here.
9-5.
And if Vladdy speeds on here, we might even have a kill zone game. Can you believe it? How many times he gets round the corner there? 41 years old, are you sure? Don't think we've seen his passport.
11-5.
Now, was that a tactic from Ovtcharov there, trying to rush into the kill zone? I think so. Really getting the extra point on the board. That is important.
Well, here we go. You see, in shot. Oh, just a little bit lazy and leaning forward to that. So, I think rightly so, we enter the kill zone. And Samsonov, maybe another chance to mop up a fourth game.
As we know, that may be yellow card worthy. Throwing away a game. Very, very not good in the T2 system. Have to fight for every point.
You backhand, touch it, no way. No chance, no more chance. Cheng using a forehand to be Cheng. Backhand top speed.
Kill zone game. First 5 points.
So as both players stride back to the table, it's all about the kill zone game.
Love all.
As we said before, there's no weaponry used apart from the rackets and the ball. Here we go.
Lovely change of pace there and change of angle for Samsonov. Not playing too many into the backhand anymore, choosing to switch it up.
If you can win 2 points in a row on your serve, you're looking good here.
Oh, starting to overhit from Ovtcharov here. Getting a little bit stressed. Knows how crucial it is for this game.
Amazing, even players at this level. Look how quickly Samsonov is moving back from the table.
Of course, Ovtcharov has already lost a $1,000 bonus. But of course, as we know, it's not all about the money. It's important for the team points to get another game on the board. Team Rossi on their feet.
Ovtcharov doing really well there. He's seen a few of Samsonov's big forehands whistle past him from that area. Just getting used to the tactics maybe slightly.
Samsonov feeling the pressure, just called himself a timeout. Definitely an appropriate use of that in the kill zone.
Yeah, Samsonov being stressed means his heart rate's up at about 78 beats a minute, I suppose.
Definitely less than the average person, of course.
So now how's the serve? Okay, the placement. Should be forehand.
A wee bit of water, a little bit of a towel, and in we come again. Samsonov trailing by 1 point though in the kill zone, and as we know, it's first to 5 points.
Oh, Oh, that was so important there. Winning the first point after the timeout. Always crucial for these top players.
Just fresh airing the ball, did Dima. Plenty to think about as he gets down into a backhand service position.
Oh, aggressive from Samsonov, taking that ball off the bounce.
Ovtcharov didn't appreciate that ball. Maybe it was a rugby ball. We don't know. No juice, yep, we know that. And here we go. Sudden death. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, here we go. It's the trademark Vladimir Samsonov serve. He throws it up and here we go.
Oh, just a slight top edge there. Not adjusting to the deep push Ovtcharov created.
And again, just seeing if you stick in there, you can gain a point for your team. It's a big point again for Team Rossi and Dmitry Ovtcharov. It looked for all of us here watching, it was going to be 4-1.
Both Samara and Ovtcharov gaining 2 points each. Crucial, as it could have been 4-1, like Gavin said. Really a huge difference. It makes 6-4 instead of 8-2.
And here we go, and we see there that Vladimir Samsonov winning 3-2, but losing out in the kill zone.
Here we see 66 points, a percentage of points won for Samsonov. Really came over in that game as he wins 3-2. Here we have some replays for you. Just see the power kicking through from Ovtcharov there. Surprisingly, Ovtcharov being the real aggressive of the pair up until the last couple of sets where Samsonov came into the match.
It was unbelievable how both players targeted the wide forehand so many times during the match. Both of them appreciating how often they could keep going with some big shots into the forehand side. So confirmation that it was Vladimir Samsonov that managed to win 3-2, even although he lost in the kill zone.
Welcome back. Vladimir just scored 3 points for his team. He must be pleased with his performance. Tell us a little bit of what you have, what you're thinking about, especially he was a tough opponent right there.
Well, I know Dima very well. Of course, we played many times against each other, also playing for many years for the same team. And, well, actually, I didn't expect to beat him today, so I'm very pleased, very happy, I guess. Also that I gave 3 points for my team. So, and also I'm very satisfied with my performance, I guess. So, yeah.
I'm sure your team must be very pleased with you as well. As you mentioned, scored 3 points in a row for the team, actually. Now the team is leading. All right, when we come back, another game to unfold. Game 3. Stick around. All right, folks, here comes game 3. But before we move on, now again, coin toss. Since Team Rossi is trailing, I'll give you another chance for choosing the third play of the team.
Okay, I will choose blue this time.
Blue this time. All right, let's just see. Coin toss. Black is not here. Let's just see. It's blue, between blue and red. Go ahead. Okay. All right, your choice.
I will choose Georgina Porta.
Georgina Porta. Lovely. Okay, your answer, JJ?
我们最年轻的一个女选手孙颖莎莎。
Wow, from China, Sasa, only 16 years old. That's going to be exciting. All right, bring them on.
And as we come back for game 3, we've had 2 wonderful games so far. Team Rossi, Samara losing 3 games to 2 against Matilda Ekholm from Sweden, and Dmitry Ovtcharov coming back from 3-1 to win in the kill zone, but still going down 3 sets to 2 to Vladimir Samsonov.
Seen on the screen there, here's Georgina Pota, 2 times Belgian Open winner and European doubles specialist, of course. Had a great first round in the T2 cavern, but the player you don't know, Soon Yin Sha, new player to T2, only 16 years old, played her first ever senior tournament in the Japan Open this year and magnificently won. Really shows you, age is just a number.
And we have a wonderful rotation system here from the Chinese players. We've seen in round 1, Ding Ning, the world #1, coming in. Now it's time for some of the younger players to learn. So here we go. Georgina Pota, the Hungarian, to serve first.
1 love.
In this game here, you'll see a lot of short action strokes. Both players choosing to stay in, attacking the ball off the bounce.
And when you stay in close to the table, do you have to shorten your technique as well?
Absolutely, Gavin. Can't afford to have a long technique for any of this stuff. Look at Pota just coming in, missing slightly, but of course trying to vary the angle. It will be important against Soon Yin Sha. Potter just not adapting quick enough for the out wide ball.
4-2.
Wonderful action there. The Pota backhand serve, the way she just cuts right round the side of the ball. And that's worrying signs, even as early on as 5-2 in this first set. Pota loses some backhand to backhand rallies. That's where she's normally so strong.
2-6.
Pota really an intricate part of the team here. Racking up the points for Team Rossi. In her previous results, it was 2-all against Bernadette Sox of Romania, 2-all against Feng Chaiwei, and of course winning the crucial match for Team Rossi against Jeon 3-1.
And obviously, as a Scotsman here sitting in the commentary box, that win and $1,000 not meaning too much. It's never about the money in Scotland.
6-4.
Soon Yin Sha leading in the first set. Nerves not really playing a part here, only 16 years old though.
And that's where we would expect Georgina Pota of Hungary to be competing in these strong backhand-to-backhand exchanges, but just struggling a little bit so far.
In the background there, you can see some of her team on her feet. She is a little bit shy, so all the support is definitely needed here. Knowing she needs to play more forehand, stepping around the corner, just playing into the wrong side of the box. Sunyin Cha standing, waiting.
But that's better from the Hungarian. A little bit more pressure exerted there on the backhand, just accelerating the racket a little bit more, I think. And at 8-7 in the first for Sun. We've only got 20 minutes to go. It's amazing how here with these 24-minute matches, how quickly we race through the games.
Trademark stuff there from Pota. Just choosing to keep the ball into the backhand corner. Backhand over we see here. Really strong there, but of course can step in and play a wonderful forehand.
Ball just clipping the edge of the table at such a crucial time in this first set. You've got to be gutted when that happens.
Shaky start from Pota at the start, but it's 9-all now. Opening game. Let's see who can take it. The serve on Sunyin Cha's side. Big shot from Jörg Roskopf. Knows it's crucial. He is trailing in the team standings.
And Team Rossi will take that. Thank you very much, said Georgina Pota. I'm just going to hit that ball right away. I'm going to swipe it away.
Or really long to make the service. Yeah, then it's okay. Yeah? Now short forehand, it's well placement for the service. Yeah? Come on, long.
It's a wonderful opening set for Georgina Pota and Team Rossi. She came back into that at 7-5 down. It didn't look promising. She started to win a few more of the backhand rallies.
Definitely her strongest shot, Gavin. Favours the backhand side more, for sure. Doesn't turn as much. She'll be gutted with that one. Just didn't read the length of the ball there. Surprisingly choosing to push to the strong forehand side of Sunyin Cha. Definitely a risk, but needs to vary the game, of course.
That was a wonderful little pickup. I'm sure a lot of people said that Pota doesn't play with spin. That was loaded right up. Great execution.
2-all.
We have 6 matches in store in this afternoon session. And obviously at the moment, Team JJ leading 6 games to 5. It's always interesting.
Tied up all at 3-all now. Let's see who can break away first.
It's nip and tuck even in the stats there. Very little between them.
Don't know how many of you saw that glimpse of Paul Drinkhall in the background in the practice hall. It's very close knit here. Everything is super close to the action.
Paul Drinkhall, England's #1 player. He was one of the loudest players in the cavern, maybe apart from the Romanian Bernadette Zox, but he was up there.
Giving her a run for the money for sure.
5-4.
That's better from Sun. Working really hard to spin that backhand up, wasn't she?
Porta being more aggressive here than in round 1. She's really been welcomed here by the T2 family. Made an impression on everyone involved.
And as we near the conclusion of game 2, both players will then go back to their respective corners and we'll have a 1-minute break.
Come on, Gina.
Paul doing a few little stretches there, or doing the can-can. I don't know what he's doing there, but
Trying to limber up for sure.
8-5.
Interesting to see here the differences between the two teams. Team Rossi on their feet. Team JJ choosing just to be a little bit quieter. Now, we both know every family is different, just like our teams here.
the T2 family, such a close-knit community. You see Pota there just drifting back from the table. It's not so good when she's back in that area.
It's definitely not what you want to see. Her game is so fast and over the table. She definitely needs to stay up against this style of player. See Sun Yin Sha just crashing the forehand flick there.
And 4 game points for Sun.
10-7.
Nice little receive from Pota, just coming out in the right hand angle. Playing long and deep, trying to disturb the rhythm of Sun Yin Sha.
2 more game points for Sun, but not on her own serve this time.
Trying to be too aggressive there, doing too much with the ball. Definitely feeling the pressure.
Surprised JJ hadn't called a timeout.
Oh, another edge for Sun Yin Sha. Luck favouring the brave, but it was Pota for me that was being more brave in that set. Just unlucky not to win and nick that second.
Confirmation of an 11-9 score for Sun. And we're at 1 set all now. Means Team JJ move into the lead by 2, 7-5.
Definitely the big character of the two is our JJ. Wearing a colourful little shirt there. A nice little number.
So as both players come back to the table after 2 games, we've now changed sides. Normally in table tennis you would change every single set. So players are able to familiarise themselves in round 1, and in round 2 now the players are right into this.
Sun Yin Sha just trying to do too much with the first opening up ball. Trying to win directly instead of getting into rallies against Pota.
1-2.
She'll be unhappy with that one. Just clipping the net.
And Pota, the 2016 Belgium World Tour winner, she's won numerous titles, especially as a junior, did Georgina Pota, and now getting herself comfortably at the top 50. It's always difficult to make that transition from being a good junior into a top-class senior, isn't it?
It's very difficult for a lot of these players coming through the ranks. Of course, we've got a very young side here in the T2 family. Sun Yin Sha making her way into the seniors, along with Harimoto, who is coming up soon.
Senior, you have to be an established.
Cemented into the rankings. Both players composed, not showing too much emotion. And there's our tile boy in again. Lovely luminous pink tiles on display.
6-all.
Look at our T2 cavern. What a sight. Roskop on his feet.
And as we see game 3 progressing nicely, Ashley, yourself being a 5 times national champion, what is the difference between the women's game and the men's game generally?
Well, we can see here, this is a perfect example of a women's game. Choosing to stay close to the table, short, compact strokes, trying to disrupt the player, play all over the table really, really quick. But as we can see, it is coming through the men's game. Some of the men, like Timo Ball, playing short, sharp strokes, staying a little bit closer. But of course, the women can move away from the table, but the action is up close for them 90% of the time.
That was wonderful attacking there from the Sun racket. Slightly fortunate on the last ball as it just clipped the net there.
So much power going through her body. Every turn is calculated to the point.
How important these timeouts are.
Lovely pink tile for Georgina Pota. Very girly indeed. Lovely, lovely person on and off the table.
Wonderful showing there of the Sun forehand in action.
Now we forget that she's still very young, only 16, but has reacted really well here. On display, show court table, only one table. Pressure is on, but at 16 she has dealt with it perfectly.
Jeon of Korea in the background as well. Speaks Chinese.
9-8.
So it's the Hungarian to serve 9-8 in this crucial third set.
Interesting to see though, Gavin. Georgina Pota deliberately serving half long, wanting Sun Yin Cha to attack, trying to cushion her power against her.
Big point there from Sun. 10-9 up with one serve to go. This is looking good, the one being the aggressor. You will win the set. And you see it right there. Wonderful forehands and backhands from one of China's up and
Fourth game. Sun of Team JJ
So it's Sun to kick us off in game 4. Both are just struggling over the last 3 or 4 minutes to deal with the Sun spin. There's one thing struggling with spin, there's another one trying to deal with nets and edges, and that was a little bit unlucky there for Georgina Pota.
Mixing up the play. Georgina Pota is now not playing in one position, really forcing Sun Yun-sha to move all over the table. Here she is winning another backhand to backhand rally. She really is the stronger of the two here.
And the possible error coming from the Sun racket there was not wanting to play backhand to backhand, maybe panicking and rushing the rally slightly.
Oh, there's another heavy spin shot from Sun. Pota really struggling here to just come to terms with the level of spin creating here.
And for those of you just joining us now, table tennis has changed somewhat here. The T2 rules, the table tennis rules, we have 24-minute matches. We have no juice game when it gets to 10 all, so that spices things up. And we've got 4 very interesting teams that are going all out against each other over 6 weekends, and the 7th weekend is a big grand final. Lots of money to play for as well, to keep everything really interesting.
Oh, that's a lovely forehand from Sun there. Seeing the ball clearly coming back to the forehand court, stepping in. Lovely movement. Pota just kicking the ball away there. No warnings as of yet though. Surprising.
I'm going to march up there soon and have a word with some of these referees. I want to see a yellow card.
Pota just slightly unbalanced there, lifting the leg slightly. Playing her game, she needs to be very balanced on her feet. Low to the table. Well, Gavin, with 2 minutes 10 on the clock, we might be entering the kill zone here.
Oh yes, my favourite part of the game. There's lots of life coming from the Chinese side of the table. And at 2 sets to 1 and 9-4, she's got to be happy with her day's work so far.
Good to see the 16-year-old managing the pressure. If she does get this set, that'll be a $1,000 bonus in her opening game.
11-4.
And that's another game for Sun, and that, she's going to be really pleased with that, racing into a 3 sets to 1 lead. And of course, we're going to enter the kill zone.
Up next, kill zone.
There's confirmation from our umpire. Entering the kill zone. There we go again. The teammate helping Sun Yun-sha, but the rest of the team not on their feet, unlike Team Rossi. A little more of a close-knit team there, I think.
4 teams, they'll all have different beliefs. Obviously, all part of the T2 family, but sometimes some of the teams like to be vocal, some of them don't. Just depends on the way that the coach wants their team to act. So here we go, the kill zone.
Rossi shouting there, knows how important this game is, doesn't want a 3-point deficit.
And when Pota drifts away from the table, there's only one winner there. Look at the way she's able to carve an angle.
Sun Yin-sha drilling the ball into the forehand side there.
Jörg Roskopf rolling back the years. Throaty shouts from the German genius.
Sun Yin-sha coming into her game here, relaxing more and more power being displayed, really drilling the ball back to Pota here.
Big shouts on the Rossi bench. They feel even in this early stage, they need this game.
Oh, what a change up we had there. Changing the angle. Very clever from the 16-year-old. Very experienced for a young age. Of course, as you were saying there, Gavin, every point matters. Sadly, Team Rossi didn't get off to the start they wanted.
So here we go. It's match point in the kill zone. And there it is! The Chinese athlete, the youngster, Sun. Fantastic. 5-2 win in the kill zone to win 4 sets to 1.
Interesting. This is the first game Pota has lost. It's been 2-all, 2-all, and a 3-1 win. Now a 4-1 deficit against her.
11-9, 11-4, and then winning 5-2 in the kill zone game as well. Delighted.
Here we have, interesting to see, points won 54% for the 16-year-old. 24.
More aggressive rallies here, as you can see. It really was a contrast in styles. But as you can see in this one, there was only going to be one winner after that first set. And it was the Sun, the young Chinese athlete, that managed to win this one 4 sets to 1.
All right, folks, the 16-year-old sensation of China is right with me. 莎莎 ，congratulations， 祝贺你今天打得相当不错。刚开始有些紧，但是越来越好，渐入佳境。在比赛中做出了很多调整。教练和团队给你做了什么样的调整？能不能跟我们分享一下秘密啊？
自己第一次打这个吧，然后上来有点就是不太适应吧，而且就是对方搏的还有拼的也很好吧，然后有点超乎自己的想象。然后场外的话，就让我还是就是就是做好自己，就是自己的感觉，就是找对找好吧，就是不要太快什么的，把节奏放一放。
做得相当不错，喜欢我们这样的乒乓球的新形式吗？
挺喜欢的，然后挺有新鲜感的吧。
All right, she certainly likes this kind of format for competitions. Congratulations, Shasha. Thank you very much indeed. 好，我们再次把掌声送给孙颖莎。All right, stick around. Game 4 is about to take place. All right, folks, time for another round of coin toss. Jade.
So as we come back for game number 4, we've just seen a strong Chinese performance from Sun, winning 4-1 against Georgina Pota. We had an interesting couple of matches before that as well. Elisabeth Samara losing to Matilda Ekholm, 3 games to 2. And Ovtcharov also losing to Vladimir Samsonov 3 sets to 2. So Team JJ looking in control so far.
Absolutely, Gavin. They're struggling to really get a foothold in this game, but this might be the man to change things. England's #1, Paul Drinkhall. 6 times national champion, and just back from Australia, where he finished in the semi-final, losing to Belarus's Samsonov.
And Chuang Wan there, currently ranked at 10, but in his younger years was ranked as high as 3, the 2016 Hungarian World Tour winner.
Confirmation there of Drinkhall ranked 45. Tristan Floor, French athlete.
And it's Chuang of Chinese Taipei that gets off to a good start. And now he has his 2 serves. Let's see how he serves. Let's see the wonderful technique that he does on his service delivery.
Lovely spin up from Drinkhall there. Accelerating through the ball, the racket head speed soaring.
Paul Drinkhall, one of the most vocal out there. I think that was the crowd getting involved already. Always hots up when it's a Drinkhall game.
Really involves the crowd, doesn't he, Gavin? Really is so entertaining to watch. Really throws himself into the match here.
And obviously, Paul Drinkhall, a T-Bar sponsored player. You see T-Bar in the background.
What a lovely shot from Drinkhall there, cushioning round the side of the ball, playing a little bit off the angle. Excellent shot here with a replay for you. Look at that.
Left, 3-4.
And at 4-all in the first set, looking at these 2 characters. Chuang Chi-wan, obviously a wonderful singles player, but in doubles, won the 2013 World Doubles Championship with Cheng An. Now that is not bad to have on your CV at all.
Drinkhall there, being more vocal as the match progresses. Really important for Team Rossi to get on the scoreboard here with a win.
Drinkhall just managing to get back into that point. He had gave away a bit of ground to the table, but recovered really well.
A little bit. Deception on the push. Long and deep trick. Drinkhall there.
7-5.
Look at the emotion on his face. There's the trademark backhand. Down the line. Crisp. Look at this. Instant replay here. So short in the technique.
And Paul almost giving our umpire a little kiss there. Quite close.
There'll always be entertainment in the English match here.
So important in table tennis. You can try and win points against the serve, and that's what Drinkhall's just done there. It's Chuang. It's his turn to be a little bit fortunate and to bring the score back to 7-9.
Quick timeout there for the Drinkhall camp. Drinkhall knowing himself that this first set is so important. In normal table tennis, it's important as well, of course, to get off to a good run. But here in the T2 system, racking up as many points as you can. Just feeling a little bit under pressure. Timeout required.
The long serve if you leave it short, okay, play short and then you can start and you can follow up the next ball. That's important. Yeah? Not go in. Yeah? Also on your serve. Yeah? Try to spin. Yeah? Come on, boy.
9-8.
So as both players stride back to the table, 19 minutes, 19 seconds left. Here we go. Drinkhall with one final service delivery. That's good from Chuang, looking to get in their attack.
Being a little bit smarter in his placement, playing a little bit wider. Paul's won a lot of points turning and being able to play his forehand. Game point now.
And he's raising the house now. Look at this. Big shouts. Rossi on his feet again.
The Englishman being very vocal here.
So it's sudden death. And it's Drinkhall in serve. And he shouts the house down. England's #1. He gets round and he rips a forehand there. Clever, winning the short game, and round he goes.
So much flexibility there coming through his body, able to drop his hip to give himself more room. There's confirmation there on his face that he knows he done well there.
So 11-10 scoreline there for Drinkhall, and he'll be delighted as Team Rossi pull it back to 6-10.
Short time for our players, of course, only 15 seconds.
Second game, Chuang of Team JJ to serve.
So in we come, Chuang, and he's going to serve.
Love 1.
Surprising a few defensive shots there from Drinkhall, not choosing to go for his trademark backhand away from the table, just keeping the ball in play. We need to see more of that from him.
2-1.
That will possibly go down as an unforced error in the stats.
What a change up, long service deep into Chuan's backhand. Drinkhall being a little bit clever there. That's what we've missed from Drinkhall in round 1. Staying close to the table, outpowering his opponent. Definitely needs to keep that up if he's choosing to win this match.
Just looks confident, doesn't he, with the positioning of the ball from Chuang. Just seems to know where the ball's going, and there you go, one of those flying flicks, and he races towards his towel.
Now it's been a disappointing start for Drinkhall in round 1, coming up against a lot of strong players. Hasn't won a match yet. Could this be a change in style here?
Wonderful topspin to topspin rallies here in the wonderful cavern in Johor, Malaysia.
Oh, 2 in a row for Drinkhall. Chuang thought he was going to switch, but no, no, no. That backhand will go straight down the line for a clean winner.
with Drinkhall, it's all about winning points in style. Let's not win with a stuffy block. Let's win with a crashing winner down a line. And why not? That's the way to play, with enjoyment. A little bit of fluidity in the shots. So important.
Oh, a little bit of confusion there over the score.
Better from Chuang Chi-wan there. Turning strong round the corner. And with 14 minutes left in this 24-minute encounter, it's Drinkhall. It's just looking favourite at the moment.
Definitely Gavin running around the court, doing little jumps here and there. Definitely has his mind in this match. The good form has rolled over, definitely from Australia there.
Look at the concentration as Chuan sets up for the serve.
Chuan choosing to switch it up there, playing one into the Drinkhall backhand and then switching out wide of the forehand. Definitely doesn't want to stay too much on the one side.
Drinkhall with one of the most legal serves that we've seen here. Look at the way he tosses that ball up in a direct line. It's really important that you don't throw that ball back. You deliver the serve as near vertical as possible. And there he is, it's Drinkhall again, shouting the house down, looking over at his bench. Pota, Samara and Rossi. You wouldn't dare miss one of his points. He'll be round looking at you.
Look at that again. Rossi on his feet, coming into the court. This is massive for the team.
That's why, as a coach, Rossi is still so slim. He's up, he's walking. He walks miles over there at the bench through these matches.
Look at that. There we go again. Tall boy straight in there. The tall's definitely needed for Drinkhall. Putting in some great effort there. So physical.
And with potentially 2 service deliveries to go, this is looking rosy for Team Rossi. And there it is! England's Paul Drinkhall wins the second set, 11 points to 8, and races to a 2-sets-to-love lead.
Look at the replay here. Paul, knowing where the ball was going, took a little bit step off from the table just to give himself that little bit of room. Fully rotate, fully commit to the shot, and it succeeded. 2-0. Confirmation of the scores there, 11-10, 11-8.
Couple of tight sets, but Paul looks to be the more dominant player, shifting the areas of play, going loop-loop, the first to switch down the line. Roskopf must be delighted with his man.
A lot of the players coming into their own here in the second week. All the confusion has gone over the new format. This is going to be a great third set.
Well, Chuan, he better buck up his ideas, or he'll be 1,000 quid down.
Chuang choosing to step in for a backhand flick, although not where I would choose to play it, onto the strong Drinkhall backhand wing. Not much you can do there. Drinkhall outpowering his opponent.
Drinkhall at the moment is in his usual practice mode, which is I'm gonna hit.
Being in the bronze medal winning team in the World Championships in 2016. Really impressive for the English team there. He's so vocal.
And with 10 minutes to go, Paul Drinkhall of Team Rossi at 2 to love and leading here in the third set. It's looking good for the Englishman. A few errors that have come from the Drinkhall racket as well to give himself a 5-point lead. Looks like it's very smooth at the moment from the Drinkhall racket.
Chuang just not really dealing with the power very well. Can't match Drinkhall at the minute. When Drinkhall plays a slow spinny ball like that, gives Chuang a chance. But when it goes power to power, you have to favour the Englishman. Tall boy running in there. Drinkhall doing a few jumps, still so motivated in this match. He knows winning this set, getting a lot of points for his team is crucial.
It's one thing winning a match, it's one thing, again, winning by a huge margin to really, really help your team. And that's what Team Rossi needs at the moment. They need someone to step up and get them right back into this team match. A little edge there from the Chuang racket. He's going to need that if he gets back into this one, or he's got any hope at all. Remember, Drinkhall in the first set called an early timeout, so can't call any more. It's just one timeout per player. A little adjustment of the shoes from the Englishman. Maybe an adjustment in his serve as well. Let's see.
Oh, premature show there. Just clipping the edge. A little smile from Drinkhall there. All fun in the T2 cavern.
And if my friend, the Scotsman Stuart Crawford, is watching, he's going to feel slightly better. It's what he used to do all the time. Premature shows.
This is interesting here. Chuang's got back into this game. Drinkhall trying to focus himself. Oh, here we have in the background the other players warming up. There's Dmitry Ovtcharov, who has already played.
Just eyeing himself up there. Look at the wonderful photo that I have in the T2 Cavern practice hall. That really is me.
Oh, right shot from Drinkhall though. He has won a lot from turning and playing that forehand down the line. Just didn't pay off this time. Not enough space.
So can Chuang continue this remarkable recovery? And there it is! The Englishman, Paul Drinkhall, right back into this one. 10 points all. It's going to be sudden death.
Pretty sure that's the only block early on we'll see from Drinkhall. One block and that was enough. Into attacking straight away.
And there it is! Can you believe it? Paul Drinkhall winning another one, 11-10.
Look at what it means to him. Look at what it means to the team. Elisabetta Samara, huge smile on her face. Absolutely loving the action here.
It's maybe what he's eating for breakfast. That must be different from round one because he is racing out there. Even when he's not playing so well, he's still in the match. Confirmation there. Two juice sets, 11-10, 11-10, and that second set, 11 points to 8.
Importantly for the team as well, he's got it back to only a deficit of 2 games, 2 points, 10-8. Oh, what a lovely backhand down the line. There we go. Drinkhall trademark. Can he miss one of those? I don't know.
It's crazy early the way that he's able to just use his wrist left and right. He makes the game look so easy when he's flowing. 4 minutes to go. We will have possibly one set played in its entirety. Let's see.
Just looking to my right here from the commentary box, the T2 juniors. Paul Drinkhall, of course, was an impressive junior, winning the European Championships. Really important to come through into the senior ranks. He's just so on it here. Gavin beside me can't fully believe the amount of clean winners Drinkhall is producing. Absolute magic in the T2 cavern. Chuang needs to mix something up here. 5-0 down. Really struggling to deal with the power.
That's a good miss.
Was, do you say hook? Will we reach a kill zone? If Drinkhall ties this game up quickly, we may get another set.
Both players seem to know where the other player is playing, and that's what's making this a fascinating encounter.
Look at the camera angle there. Look at the physical action of the legs. So low to the ground. Smart by Chuang. This is what we want to see. T2 spirit kicking in. Chuang still trying for every point here.
Drinkhall taking his time, and rightly so.
There we have it. Buzzer signaling the end of the match. First time we've heard the buzzer. I hope you enjoyed it.
What a cracking effort there from Paul Drinkhall to get his first win on the board. Struggled in round 1, but he's come out here this time. And after that success on the Australian World Tour, it's a big win for England's finest player.
Here we have some stats for you. Points won on service, 58% favouring Paul Drinkhall, only 50% for Chuang. Backhand winners, 14 for Paul Drinkhall. I would love to see all those replayed again.
Both players, it was nip and tuck, early doors. A couple of big sets though, and it was Drinkhall that managed to win so many of those tight sets, the sudden death points. That's where it's critical, the business end of sets at this level.
It really is in superb form. Hopefully this is one of many wins for Paul Drinkhall.
Yeah, very spirited effort as well though from Chuang to try and come back. Came back really well in game 3, didn't quite manage it. But it was Paul Drinkhall that raced away again to win extremely comfortable and record his first match win.
Welcome back, Paul. A clear winner for this encounter. From the very beginning, you were pumped up and ready. How well prepared were you for this match?
Yeah, I felt great coming into the match. My style matches his quite well, and yeah, everything went well today. And coming back from Australian Open after a good tournament out there, it's been good, and I managed to keep that form today.
All right, we're very happy for you. Congratulations once again. Thank you. All right, stick around, and Game 5 is about to start. So,
Red.
Red, okay. 你的颜色
Serve. Serve.
Serve, okay, thank you. All right, Game 5 to start.
And as we come back to the table for the 5th and final women's match, it was an unbelievable win there for England's Paul Drinkhall, winning 4-0 against Chinese Taipei's Chuang. And it's Jeon who's next up, 25 years old. Current ranking of 22, but has been as high as 11 in the world.
Here we have Cheng, 25 years old, an impressive player here for Team Rossi. Doing really well in round 1, tying with Ding Ning 2-2 and winning her next 2 games. Whereas Jeon I think is yet to get on the board. This will be an interesting match. Can she come through?
Yes, and Jeon struggled as well in Australia, losing early doors as well. So confidence must be down a little bit, but I suppose then it's the role of the referee to get you back up.
Here we are, we're getting underway here.
Rossi to serve, love all.
Strong opening up here from Cheng. Really wants to assert her authority here over Jeon We should see here some exciting, fast, over-the-table play. Both players known for the aggressive, short, quick strokes. At the minute, just not really getting into the game. Really struggling, maybe mentally. Really tough.
And that's another unforced error from the racket of Jeon Just needs to settle down a little bit. It's amazing how quickly this clock ticks down. We started at 24 minutes.
Oh, that'll settle her nerves a little bit. Lovely little touch around the side of the ball. Playing the angle. That's what she needs to do to try and win against Cheng. Needs to force her away. She's too comfortable close to the table. Oh, a little deception there. Perfect from Jeon Look at it. Oh, last minute change of direction. Really important in the women's game to change it up.
I suppose deception, it's really important in men's and women's table tennis. Keep the other player off balance so that they can't create power.
Don't forget, if any of you have any burning questions about the T2 system or the players or just anything in general, send your questions through to Twitter. The Twitter handles are @AshleyGibbon and @GavinRumgayTT. Also @T2FBAC. Get your questions in.
5-3.
There we go, confirmation there. Point to Cheng. Quite vocal after the Drinkhall performance. Really getting the team spirit up here. Rossi still on his feet.
It's amazing how one team win, you can have that snowball effect onto the next match. Drinkhall winning 4-0. And look at this, Cheng right out of the blocks.
Lovely long serve there, deep into the Cheng backhand. This is what Ji will need to do. Keep varying the game. Keep getting to Cheng second guess herself. Oh, the power there from Cheng to play that forehand, but just not enough that time. Jeon Ji staying in over the table. Look at that. Short, compact stroke, winning the point.
Take 4.
So with 20 minutes to go in this individual match, it's Cheng who's managed to open up a 5-point lead. Team Rossi now are only 10 matches to 9 down. So it's going to be very intriguing this match and the next one.
A little bit hesitant there on the forehand open up. Just not really getting into the flow of the game here. Cheng being the more aggressive of the two when she can.
Game to Cheng of Team
And it's Cheng. Looked comfortable in that game, raced off to an early start, and Jeon Ji still doubting herself. Didn't play well in the first round of matches, then went to Australia and struggled as well. It's amazing how in sport, confidence can be a killer if you're not playing so well.
Of course it is, Gavin. Having the confidence to play your own game. And it's really interesting how it can have a snowball effect. One bad tournament can slowly lead into 5, 10 bad tournaments throughout the year. Really hard to bounce back for some of these players.
Jeon of Team JJ to serve, love all.
Players very quickly back to the table for game 2, and Jeon Ji will be hoping for a much better start this time.
There we have it. Pushing Cheng back from the table. This is what you need to do. Play quick, out wide, and then quick again. Cheng definitely the more vocal of the two. Jeon Ji hasn't really made an impact here in the crowd yet.
It's a better backhand flick out there. Looking to be slightly more proactive. Really important in table tennis that you don't just stand there and block too often.
This is interesting here. I'm sure all of you guys at home have noticed on the left-hand corner of the screen, we are 10-all in the games. Now we're back on even playing field here. Can Cheng open up a lead for Team Rossi? We'll see.
2-all.
More vocal from Jeon Ji here. Definitely needs to have that in her bag if she's going to win this set.
It's amazing how your confidence can disintegrate when you hit a lot of shots that you think are good and they go net and off.
Just seen in the backhand there, Jeon Ji shadow playing a few backhands. She knows she's a little bit tight there at the minute. Needs to start loosening up. We know she can play those shots.
Well, we just remember that both players are allowed a 1 minute timeout each.
The expression on Jeon Jae-hee's face a little bit nervous at the minute. That's much better there, opening up in the forehand side, straight down the line. Really a more impressive shot. She really thought through there. Doesn't want to get into rallies. Backhand to backhand, backhand to backhand.
Yes. 4-5.
Really positive body language there from Cheng.
7-4.
Lovely little backhand spin up. Cheng thought she was going cross court there. She has done before. Smart enough to play down the line. It is a high risk shot, but if it pays off, it's a great one.
Better from the Korean. Nice and positive vocally as well. Just making sure that the rubber surface there is clean before the next rally begins.
Paul Drinkhall on his feet.
As they say.
A little bit tight now here. Jeon Jae-hee starting to relax, starting to come into herself. Shows and confirmation there she's doing the right thing.
This is when it gets interesting then. Just over 12 minutes to go.
No. 9-8.
We see in front of us here, this match over 7 minutes so far, this game. Whereas before it was under 5 minutes for the first one, where Cheng won 11-5. She'll take that.
8-10.
This is a better showing from the Korean. 10-8 up. There's still lots to do.
The service on Cheng's side. Let's see what she can do with the service advantage.
Yes.
Oh, a smart play there, changing up the direction of the ball. Cheng playing into the forehand of Jeon Jae-hee, only to switch back to the backhand.
And as we've seen in the last match, Paul Drinkhall managing to win 2 sets on a sudden death point. Let's see if this will go into a sudden death game as well.
There we have it again, folks, mixing up the play, playing one-to-one corner and fast deep into the backhand side, where Jeon Jae-hee has been struggling a little bit. Now we're into sudden death, as Gavin was saying. Exciting times. Who can win?
And there it is again, Team Rossi, Cheng, wonderful touch. She's able to just keep the ball short enough, and it's Jeon Jae-hee that again loses a close set. Look at that, dumps the ball into the net.
She'll be gutted with that one. JJ gutted behind her as well, slapping his face. A little bit of annoyance coming through the coach there.
So there we go again, confirmation that it's 11-10, it's sudden death. Cheng gets us back, and it's 11-10 now to Rossi.
Good start, yeah?
No, I can say that.
Third game. Cheng to serve. Love all. Love one.
That's a better way to start this third set, and it must be tough when you lose a sudden death game, especially when you've been 10-8 up. But you have to continue for your team.
1-all.
Cheng still in a strong position here. 2 games to love up. Really trying to win this third game. An extra point on the board. Lovely high toss serve from Jeon. Uses it well. Gives herself a little bit more time, turning into the ball a little bit more, creating more spin, more deception.
We can see here as well the wonderful Taraflex flooring, the red flooring that you see. It's so good for top athletes, so good for everyone as well to see the ball when players are playing at such a high speed. Much easier for the eye to pick the ball up.
Rossi on his feet, really wants that extra point on the board. What a strong forehand down the line from Cheng. Really an impressive physical display here from the 2 women.
Look at the way the feet are bounding and cutting into the Taraflex floor.
Fist in the air from Rossi on this side. Really is an involved coach here. From our position here in the commentary box, Jeon's racket just changing slightly in the serve at the last minute. A little bit more float going into that service.
We do have a wonderful position here down in the commentary box. So many tournaments, you're stuck away up in the rafters. Not here, not in the T2 cavern. You're right down close to the action. So important.
Definitely at least the second best seat in the house, only closely followed behind by the VIP chairs. Boy, do they look comfy.
We couldn't have seats as comfortable as those here though. We'd be snoozing.
6-5.
So with less than 6 minutes to go in this match, Jeon with 1 serve left in this sequence.
What a rally there, folks. Really being treated here to top class stuff. Look at this quick over the table action backhand. Taking a little bit of space from the ball there. We haven't seen that much from the 2 players. Here, just being a little bit respectful of the players going into the service, making sure they're quiet as the players go down, letting them concentrate.
It's amazing when you're struggling for confidence how many times you can hit the net and it doesn't end up on the other side of the table.
Definitely holding back there. Not following through on the shot.
That's better from Jeon, getting round, spinning up the forehand a little bit, just changing the direction, because up till now she's attacked too many times possibly.
Forcing a longer shot. Look at the aggression on this push. Really, really deep there. Cheng not adapting.
Another handful of points, and that will be what will decide the fourth set.
It's not over yet though, Gavin. Cheng still being positive, still coming out being the more aggressive of the two in the final points. Jeon will need to open up here first if he wants to win this game.
Just wiping the... There's no perspiration on the racket surface. And there it is. Jeon gets on the scoreboard. Really important that she could pull one back, and now finds herself only 2-1 down.
It'll be interesting here what Roscoff says to Cheng with the momentum going to Jeon. Can she break that momentum? He has got a lot of experience putting it to use here for his player.
We've seen many times in round one players going 2-0 down but managing to come back. A lot of the time you need a good bench, you need a good coach, and you need to be mentally strong yourself to keep going.
So far in this match, Team Rossi's bench has been superior. Look at the team relaxing together. A little bit of a divide in Team JJ's camp.
So here we go. We've got just over 2 minutes. So I imagine we'll get 7 or 8 points played, and whoever is leading at that stage will pick up a point for their team and individually.
The bench off their feet, supporting Cheng in the Team Rossi camp.
Wonderful wide shot there of our cavern. As I said before, 15,000 square feet. Lots of room for many areas here. The playing area is just one of the areas that you see here, and we'll speak a little bit later about all the other exciting areas we have here in the cavern.
That's a 3-1 lead now for Cheng. With only 23 seconds to go, it'll be tough for Jeon to win 2 points here.
I'll be quickening up, definitely. That's another one. You want to get up to serve quickly.
Time's up.
No buzzer that time. A little bit of a malfunction in the system, but the referee has called it. Time is up. Game is over.
The time is definitely up. There's a little bit of confusion here between the two players. The referee is saying, no, it's time up. We've finished. It's time to shake hands. There's a little bit of a problem with the umpiring system, as we know. Are we going to have a final point? I wonder.
I think they are. Surprising.
And if Jeon was to win this point, we would then have another point. Very intriguing. There we are! We have another point. Wow! Controversy here in the cavern.
Roscoff really not happy with that decision. He believes time was up. Oh, there's a timeout called. Really important for Team Rossi, just to settle the nerves from Cheng. Was it a bad call? Time was up from our place.
It's very difficult. The referees have to make that instant decision. A little bit like football or any other sport, it's quite tough.
Yeah.
The referee has to make that very quick call.
Look at the bench there, all interacting with each other. Sun Yin-cha choosing to be the coach for this match in Jeon Ji-hee's corner. JJ displaying a support system with the water bottle.
3-all.
So here we go then. This is huge in the context of the full team match. There it is! Jeon Ji-hee manages to win that, and she gets it back to 2-6.
Oh wait, hold on a minute. Told there's extra time on the clock.
Time's up.
Now from our point of view, the time was up long ago, and that was sudden death. If I was Cheng, I would not be happy with that decision.
Wow, there's lots of controversy here in the cavern, but both players shake hands. Very sporting indeed.
You can see Ovtcharov, from our point of view, is not happy here at all for his teammate. Really kicking up fuss, walking into the court. He is not one happy man at all.
Well, it's tough. Confirmation there is that it's a draw. It's 2 sets all, and Jeon Ji-hee comes back deservedly, I think, really, to take 2 sets, but in a controversial way, unfortunately.
Here's some statistics for you here. Points won for Team Rossi, 44% to 39%. I think that's pretty accurate. Cheng running with the 2 sets to love lead. Jeon Ji settling her nerves to come through a 2-all. But again, as we know, it was a little bit controversial towards the end. Here's some points for you now. Lovely over the table action. Lovely point from Jeon Ji there, making use of the full table. Cheng dealing with the ball there from the net cord. Not so easy to do. I'm sure you guys back home have that difficulty as well. Lovely game from both players. Mental strength from Jeon Ji though. 2-0 down, back to 2-all.
So it was an interesting one there for Jeon Ji to come back from 2 sets to love down to race right back, and it ended 2-all.
这些今天比赛打得很焦灼哈，最后就是几乎是一个抢4一个结局，怎么样在最后稳住心绪胜出的呢？
没有，就是莎莎给我讲完以后，我
莎莎也跟你指导了，跟这个 JJ 一块指导了。
对，就是听他说完我就心定。对。
他们说什么呢？
他就告我自己先别慌，就是有的打。我就是打的，因为上一次打的也不好，我就越打自己越特别着急。 然后他就跟我讲一些战术。
教练和队友还是很值得啊，这个称道哈，为了你的胜利付出了很多。好，祝贺你啊 ！Congratulations to GC as well. It's a tie there, and stick around. The last game, but not least, Game 6 is about to take place. All right, welcome back. The last game will be unfolded between Tomo and Wang Chuxin of China. Okay, right here, Tomo. Okay, let's do the coin toss here to see which side is going to serve first. Chuxin?
Right.
Red. 好. Let's see. Sorry, Tomo.
Service.
Serve. Okay, gentlemen, let's get a show on the road.
So as we make our way back, and it's the concluding match of this afternoon session, we have Tomokazu Haramoto, the youngster who is at his highest world ranking to date. The 14-year-old is now at a high of 39 in the world.
Here we have now a new face to T2, Wang Chuqin, only 17 years old, won the 2017 China Junior Open and was a part of the impressive team in 2015 at the Junior World Championships, picking up a bronze medal.
So it was interesting when we see the young lads like Harimoto come up against other young players. And again, referee Sam Kong Meng from Malaysia.
First game, Harimoto of Team JJ to serve love all.
So, will Haramoto be comfortable playing against another youngster? Let's see.
The real thing is here for Wang Chuqin, he should have no fear against Harimoto. Harimoto has developed a strong senior ranking. He is really up for this, Wang Chuqin, trying to take a scalp against the younger player.
And that is lightning quick off the bounce from Wang. Really opening up the shoulders, ripping the wrist through the ball.
This is an important match here. Last match of this fixture on round 2. And the game stands 11-all. This is important. This is for the win.
Looks to me as if both players on show here are fiery characters, really competitive, and that's what we need in this T2 environment.
The two younger players here really coming into the game. Lovely backhand flick there from the youngster. Look at this, really comes in over the table, full length shot, turning his wrist the whole way out. Interesting tactics from both captains though, playing the youngsters against each other. I would love to know the reasoning behind that. We'll get into the captains later on and let you know.
Wang Chuqin, his forehand just misfiring. He looks like he's in a really good position to pounce on that ball. He's just going a little bit flat and direct though.
There's our lovely VIPs in the background, enjoying the live action. We're so close to it. Not like other table tennis competitions, where the fans and the audience are so far removed. T2 really removes the barrier between player and fan.
A nice throaty shout there from Harimoto. You wouldn't think he was 14 with a voice like that.
Even though he's younger, he is fully stamping his authority. Got a little bit of experience here. He was in round 1, played some impressive matches, beating Sweden's Mattias Karlsson. Whereas Wang Chuqin, this is his debut against fellow youngster. It's pressure.
And again, that forehand just going a little bit flat, didn't it?
Just too much pressure on himself at the minute. Feels like he needs to win directly off the point. Needs to push Harimoto here in a little bit of rallies. Right now, they're just exchanging point after point.
So Haramoto now with 3 set points.
There's a little bit of an extended rally going beyond 3 rallies. This is what we want to see. We want to see Wang Chuqin pushing Harimoto into these extended rallies.
And how many times
perfectly poised to win this opening set. Really means a lot to him.
Just going net off with that, but another wonderful service delivery from the youngster Harimoto.
That will definitely go down as an unforced error, but I think it was the right shot. Had to be aggressive in the last point, had to put Harimoto under pressure.
And the quieter, more relaxed approach from Team JJ, it still means that they are 12 to 11 up at the moment. So here we go, players coming back to the same side that they started with. That's what we have here in T2. You do not change ends after every set. This just spices the game up a little bit, brings a bit more thinking towards these players.
Lovely little serve there. Definitely more spin than it looked. Harimoto dumping it into the net. Both players heavy on the feet when they're serving, aren't they, Gavin?
They are indeed.
What a forehand flick there. He's so aggressive. Had the opportunity of watching him practice earlier. Really is very aggressive for his age. 14 years old, so impressive.
And a lot of players at this age are just happy to be the best in their country, happy to win cadet tournaments. No. If you want to be a top player, you have to be 2, 3, 4 years in advance.
We see previous results. It's important to cement yourself in your national country. Beating the senior players as a cadet. We saw Harimoto beat Jun Mitsutani in the World Championships this year. As a cadet and a junior, you really need to cement yourself, not just in your own country, as Gavin was saying, but in the world.
A lot of deception there from the Tomokazu Harimoto service, but it's Wang Chukin, 6-2 up. Only 16 minutes to go. It's amazing again how the time seems to race.
Oh, look at the power there, folks. 14 years old. It's incredible how much power this young man has.
The youngster concentrating in, getting low. When you get low, you can definitely read the deviation of serves a little bit more. You stand upright to try and receive serve. Could be anything coming your way.
Well, we've seen Wang Chukin there, standing upright, trying to play a forehand. Crucial to the game. Needs to stay low, needs to move well on his feet.
5-6.
I'm still puzzled sometimes why players choose to run round there.
That will go down as an unforced error. Trying to do too much in the receive. He feels like he needs to put Harimoto under pressure by winning directly. But as we've seen before in the first set, the extended rallies, Wang Chukin has been winning.
There, if they were communicating in English or, in fact, in Chinese.
Timeout used perfectly there. Wang Chukin staying close to the table. Choose. Maybe he can if he plays more shots like that. What an impressive backhand over the table here. We'll see it again. Look at that. Super wide there on the angle.
Concentration again on the face of Haramoto. Both players working well from their own serves. Getting up to that 60-65%. Point success rate on your own serve is critical at this level. And there we go. Very comfortable for Wang Chukin to get us back to 1 set all.
This is firing up now. The game is level.
Again, more advice from the former world number 1, Jörg Roskopf. A German legend, so many great German players here as well with Timo Boll. We'll see him later on this afternoon. And obviously with Dmitry Ovtcharov earlier on.
As you can see in the background there, there's a lot of TVs and live feed going around the T2 cavern for the audience here. The replay is played instantly on the TV.
So the players swap round and we're into game 3 at 1-all.
Lovely long and deep there from Wang Chuking, attacking Harimoto's middle. Surprisingly, he hasn't looked too bad there in round 1, but not fearing the middle side now. Choosing to play more backhands from the middle of the table. We know that's his strength. He can hold the ball well there and play aggressive over the table. Wang Chuking there, really impressive to deal with the net cord. He was running back in, thought the ball was going over to the forehand side when the ball clipped the net. Adjusted really well there. Definitely a lot of experience in a young man there. Oh, the bench appreciated that one in Team Rossi. Ovtcharov, Paul Drinkhall and Georgina Pota on their feet.
Wonderful soft hands again though from Harimoto. He's always able to get 1 or 2 extra shots back.
This is why he's been so impressive on the world circuit at the minute. Getting that 1 or 2 extra balls back against the senior level players is important.
And for those of you thinking, oh, he's just 39 in the world, well, at 14 years old, to reach the quarter-final of a World Championships and just lose out 4-1 to Xu Xin of China at that stage, well, I think that speaks volumes of what we have and what a bright future this young lad has.
My guess would be if you asked a lot of 14-year-olds around the world, they would bite your arm off for that position. A little bit of hesitancy from Harimoto here. We haven't seen him really under pressure from someone around his own age. Maybe that's what's putting the pressure on. Disappointed there, looking a little bit despondent. Interesting, we haven't really seen this side of him.
It's amazing how both of these players are just able to change service positions, change the areas that they serve to. That's so critical. Sometimes adding spin, sometimes taking it away.
Choosing to step round on the back forehand corner to play a backhand. Didn't pay off that time. Popped it up too high. Allowed Wang Chuking to come in with full power.
So with 10 minutes remaining in this final team match, we're just still lovely. Not evenly poised. Team JJ just 1 in front.
6-7.
With under 10 minutes to go, if this game goes Harimoto's way, it will mean that most likely Team JJ will get the win. Team Rossi really need this point.
Again, as we said before, how many times the young Japanese player is able to get that extra shot back. He's got no right to make that block, yet he does.
Look at what that means to him. Confirmation. No hesitancy there though. Straight round to play a whopping forehand cross court. Really no fear in these youngsters at all.
Tough to take that one. From our commentary position, that ball was well below the table. I think from there, it'd be more sensible at the last second to pull out of that shot and just block it back.
Right shot to go for though. He left the table open with a bouncy serve. Wang Chuking wasn't sure if he should attack. Didn't, was hesitant, opened up the full table. He didn't need to go for that. Really didn't. He just needed to make Harimoto play another shot.
So as we've seen so many times in the previous 5 matches, we're at sudden death. Haramoto to serve. And there it is! Haramoto again! He comes up with a huge service delivery, hacking underneath it. And it's 11-10 to the 14-year-old youngster.
Meaning it's 14-12 now. In the match standing, Team JJ 2 points up on Team Rossi. With only under 6.5 minutes to go. It's very difficult now to get back to 14-all.
So Wang Chukun, as you see there, he's 1 more points, yet he's 2 sets to 1 down. That is what's so interesting about the T2 scoring system that we have here. He's got to buck up his ideas now though, does Wang Chukun. And he's in serve.
Lovely little forehand pickup from Harimoto there. Choosing to go on the defensive afterwards though. Maybe didn't make full use of his opening up shot. There we see Harimoto comfortable away from the table. Just going for too much in the backhand. A little bit unbalanced there from our position.
That serve has worked really well for Harimoto. He's used it sparingly, but it's very clever. It's amazing. Guys of this age, they just know when to put the foot on the gas, when to take it off and block 1 or 2 shots, and I like that.
Samsonov in the background there, looking poised and supporting his teammate.
So with less than 5 minutes remaining, still really intriguing here. If the young Chinese star can get right back into the match.
Even the tall boys know there's no time to waste, running straight in with that tile. Lovely crash flick forehand there. A little apology from Harimoto though. Wasn't fully clean.
Loving table tennis. The contrast between these big rangy topspin shots and this little deft touch round the net. So important to have all facets in your game if you want to be playing at the top level.
Lovely view there of our T2 cavern.
It's been wonderful as well in these 6 matches, the way that You know, with all the fantastic rules we have, and also this multi-ball system that they have going on. Normally, when you finish a point, you would race back and collect the same ball that you've used in the previous point. Not here. We have ball boys that are throwing the balls on, and again, that's just to speed everything up.
Harimoto here, fully confident in this set, 7-5 up, really coming into his own now, not feeling as pressurized as Wang Chukin had him earlier.
With Harimoto racing to an 8-5 lead, he could, in theory, reach 11, which would mean we could enter the kill zone.
Looks like we might here, Gavin.
I think it would be fitting for our first match of the second week. Here we go.
10-5.
If that was golf, you would have shouted 4. And there it is. We fittingly move into the kill zone.
Wang Chukin very despondent there, shaking the head, walking over to your Groskopf. What can the German legend tell him now?
And this is tough. It's going to be another win for Team JJ, sitting at 15-12. But obviously, as we have 6 interesting weeks ahead, it's important that every single match counts. Every single game counts. Even if you're going to lose the overall match, try and win the next game. So here we go. First to 5 points in the kill zone.
Harimoto straight up for this. The 14-year-old shouting the house down here. Being so aggressive, look at this. Extended rallies, holding the ball, playing over the table. Just slightly coming up short there. Right stuff though from the 14-year-old.
It's wonderful when rallies progress past 3 and 5 shots. Look how far away from the table he is.
Collapsing onto his knees, that's all we want to see. Look at the dedication.
How about thumping that backhand? It was almost nonchalant the way he just stroked that ball away. Beautiful.
Definitely feel like Wang Chukin is playing with a little bit more aggression. Fired up from losing the previous sets. This is really crucial now, 3-1 up. Too much aggression though in that point.
That reverse.
Oh.
Might not feel like a big difference. So here we go. It's a set point. Haramoto is so stuffy though. Look at, he just knows again when to attack, when to block, when to be passive. Here we go. Sudden death. And it was net, followed by another net, and it's Tomokazu Haramoto that comes through in a final point thriller against Wang Chukin.
Fitting end for this drama-filled match. A few controversial calls throughout, a few net courts, very much filled with drama, but Team JJ coming out on top.
And I suppose it will be very disappointing from the Rossi camp that the Chinese players at the moment are not picking up enough games fortunate before when you have Ding Ning in your team that you can get lots of wins. You always look at players from China as being really dominant on the table, and it's not been the case for Team Rossi so far.
There we have it, folks. A little bit of confirmation for you there. 10-9 in favour of Harimoto for backhand winners, and 13-11 with forehand winners also going to Harimoto. Definitely the more aggressive of the two. When he stays in and outpowers the other player, it's very tough for them. Some great stuff we have for you here. Slight little errors here and there can cause a lot of problems. But Harimoto coming out on top, an impressive display.
So what a wonderful match we had in store here. We had a 12-16 Team JJ coming through, 16-12. We're going to be back later on though, and it's going to be Team Maze against Team Person. Don't miss it.
All right, folks, and the first showdown, the fixture of today has come to an end. JJ, of course, is on the winning side. Captain JJ, congratulations. 祝贺你，今天16比12胜出，有没有想到这样一个比较好的一个结果？
我感觉应该所有队员都打得不错了，就是有点意外，就给我这是庄智渊，就说跟 Paul 这个英国选手水平差不多，其实，但是他输4分，所以对我们的压力很大。应该表扬一下，就是说我们有老的老，有小的小，所以我们中产阶级太少了。那今天中产阶级2个都表现不错，尤其是志熙啊，还有这个老马这2个队员，还拿点分，我觉得还不错。
Absolutely. Congratulations. So the Team JJ actually has come out as the winner today for Fixture 1 on this particular day, 16-12. Let's check out the standings right now of the teams, or the men standing right here. Let's see. All right, in the individuals, of course, Ovtcharov is taking the lead right now with 151 points after 4 games played and winning 10 games right there. Congratulations. Let's check out the second half of the men's individuals. Now the ladies' side. Because right now Sun Yinsha replacing one of the Chinese players of Wu Yang right now is taking the lead. And this is the second bottom of the women's individuals. Now let's take a look at the team rankings. And so far, Team JJ is leading, especially after this afternoon's fixture victory. So congratulations to JJ right now. Now, this is the result of today's Fixture 1 specifically. And of course, later on, Fixture 2 of today will take place tonight with Team Person facing Team Maze. And the starting time will be at 7 p.m. tonight. Be sure to join us if you can. All right, folks, that wraps up this afternoon's action. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. Bye for now.